Welcome to Onshape for Makers, where we are creating models to go to the shop. Tonight's model came from the tootalltoby.com website, where they have all kinds of models for training, for speed modeling, for instruction, and just for the fun of it. It's a fun place to go. This part is a little bit different, and we're going to look at it by examining the drawing. We're going to deconstruct the part to see on how it's really made. We're going to create a revised shop drawing, create the model right quick, and then do a quick review. This is the original drawing. It is designed for speed modeling, and it's got all kinds of extra information you just don't need. But they put it in here to make speed modeling more difficult for the high-speed guys. This is what we're building. If you'll notice, the part is actually the same part turned around backwards. If you split it in half, you get that. We only have to model one half, then we can copy it, turn it, put it together with a boolean, and away we go. The part we're modeling looks like this, and it's really two parts. It's the top part, which is a single sketch, and the bottom part, which is some more of the same sketch. So we have two extrudes going. And after the two extrudes, we'll do a hole. The slot will be part of the original extrude, and there's a 6-degree draft on the back that we will do with the draft feature. It's a one-click kind of thing. So this is what we started with. We obviously know we don't need it. We can just go to a drawing of half of the part. This is our shop drawing. It's got everything we need and nothing that we don't need on it. So let's start up Onshape, build it in about 2 minutes, and talk about it. Okay, starting in a brand new part studio, we'll go to the hamburger menu. Go to the workspace units. We will change inches to millimeters with a 0. Go to grams to 0. Green check mark, and we are ready to start. So let's start on the front with a sketch. We'll go in for normal. I'm going to start with a corner rectangle, which is G, or corner rectangle up here. And I'm going to go over a little bit, and the over distance is 65. The up distance is 8. That is the base. Now we will go vertically. The vertical distance to the tangent point of the arc is 37, so I'm going to go up, that far. Click, pull out, come back and touch the point, and it'll revert to a tangent arc. Pull it out a little ways, click, and start pulling across. You can see if when I get tangent, it turns orange, so I want to stay in that realm till I get to here. I'm going to click again, pull out, touch the point to go back to arc, and go coincident to that point. Now I can go to T for tangent. I can touch those two, and that gives me my tangent arc. I can go to D for dimension, go from here to there. That gives me a dimension of 37. And I can tag this, and the radius on that is 15. That's everything but the notch. The easy way to do the notch, and I know it didn't either. I need a dimension over here too. I need a dimension of 12 over here. Now it's all black and everybody's happy. I'm going back to the corner rectangle, and I'm going to start on this line, avoiding that point. And I'm just going to simply go from here up and over and out somewhere. And it will ask me when I move the mouse down to the bottom what the width is, and I'm going to tell it it's 8. Hit escape because I don't want any other constraints. And then I have a dimension here of 32. And that is our entire sketch. That's all we need to build the part. We'll go to extrude, select the base, reverse the direction, and the 42 is 42 divided by 2 for the distance. We'll do a check mark and unhide the sketch. First time you use the sketch, it hides it. It doesn't eat it. Some other systems tend to eat them. Onshape is forever reusable. So we will reverse the direction and select add. The thickness should be 8 here. Do return, and there is the part. Now what we need, and we need two things. We need the hole. While we're here, we can do that. We will select the hole tool. The hole tool is amazing. It's like anything else in Onshape. It's a minimalist type of menu. If you select simple, all your choices go away for the other options, and all you get is diameter. If you check counterbore, you're going to get options for the drill diameter, the counterbore diameter, and the counterbore depth, which in this case is 10, 15, and 3. There are many, many, many more options in this thing as you expand and contract and go up and down and all kinds of things, but Onshape has all kinds of things that you don't see unless you try to use them. But we're going right there, and we're going to put the hole. We're going to say green check mark. And all we lack is a draft on the back. To get the draft on the back, we will go to the draft feature tool. It wants a neutral plane, which is this base plane. It wants to know what the angle is, and it's going to be 6 degrees, and it wants to know what we're drafting. We're drafting that face and that face. And by the way, they will draft in or out depending on which way you toggle it. In this case, we want it up and out. Green check mark. There is the part. Let me do a P to get rid of all these planes. All we need to do now is make a copy, turn it around 180 degrees, and put it up against it. To do that, there's several ways. The easiest way is with a circular pattern. And circular pattern, by the way, you got all kinds of options of what to pattern. We're patterning a part pattern, so I'm going to select that part. What axis do I select? Well, I'm going to use a mate connector, and by using a mate connector, it will give me predefined points, and like this one is the center of that edge. If I clicked it and tell it I just want 2 instances of it, it will give me 2 parts back to back. If I change this to add and tell it I want it to merge with that part, it will give me 1 complete part, and that is the finished model that we started with that quick. Once you clean it up, dissect it, and whatnot, away you go. The one thing I wanted to show you, if you come back 6 months later and want to change something, the question is, how do you know which side is the drawn side and which side is the mirrored side? Well, the easy way is to ask Onshape to tell you. I know it sounds silly, but if I come over here and I click here, the pattern, circular pattern feature in the feature tree is going to highlight, which tells me this is the copied side and this is the original side. If I come over here and select that feature, it will tell me that feature was created in Extrude 2 using Sketch 1. All of the history up and down this thing is available to you if you ask it for it. If you need to go back and work on one later and you're not sure which half is which half, click and look to see what's highlighted, and that's where you can figure that one out. Hope you guys had fun with this little short one. It was a ball. Talk to y'all later.